Good afternoon. So I'm going to tell you about the company's background, the issues we were facing, what are the causes of those issues, and what we recommend, what we should do to fix those issues to improve the company internally and externally. So our headquarters is located in Santa Monica, California, and TOMS was started by Blake Mycoskie. And the reason he started this was because when he went to Argentina, he saw that kids were struggling without shoes and he wanted to do something about it when he came back to the United States, which is why he started TOMS in May of 2006. And with the progression we have gone through so far, we have a huge milestone that we hit was back in the start of 2020. We given away 100 million pair of shoes to kids in need, which is a surprisingly good amount. And so the business model that we have followed for like the past few years is the one for one, which is for every pair of shoes bought, we give away a pair of shoes to a child in need. And the strategy that we use for this is word of mouth, basically passing information using oral communication. We tell our customers buy a shoe gets given to a kid in need, and that's how they contribute with this whole process. And so, with our research that we've done, about 300 million people can't afford shoes around the world. And with our report that we just put out earlier this year, about 1.5 billion people get a foot infection because of the materials that are used, or they just they can't afford shoes. And we, with our suppliers in Argentina and China, they use local resources, not like vegan resources, so it's environmentally friendly. And when they make the shoes, they send it to us, and so this is where word of mouth comes into play. Is that we honestly tell the customers, you buy a shoe, we will give a pair of shoes with a kid in need, obviously. And we tell the customers that, and the word of mouth just keeps going. So the customer hears that, he tells friends and families about the cause that they're helping a part of, and it just keeps going and going. And so that gets back to us because they are happy and they're doing their part of helping out kids in need. And so when that gets back to us, we give shoes to volunteers obviously in advance. They send in or like they send an order in advance to show how much we potentially would need to give them. So we send all those shoes to them, and they provide the shoes to the children in need. In return, once the kids get the shoes, they bring back meaningful stories that we share with the community on what they did to bring a meaning to this child and what made them so happy. With SWOT analysis, you can see that we have strengths with our business model and we keep expanding it. And we lead with a purpose, which has made us successful as a company and has built our brand loyalty and give us a positive reputation. And we know how to use one for one with the word of mouth strategy, and it has been working out for the last few years. So we don't mind if we like make a little adjustment at time maybe, or just keep it the same. Our weaknesses is that word of mouth is obviously limited because we have social media now that we can share, and we're not making enough profit according to what we saw financially back in 2017. And now we are under new management of creditors because they are helping us pay off our debt that we are in, and we can't stop the criticism. And so our opportunities that we can take of, we can expand into different states, inspire more people to work for organizations that are part that work with us or work with any other organization. And we need to find more partners to work with. And one day of our shoes, we can obviously expand it to 2 days in 2 different months. External threats, there's a lot of substitutes for Tom shoes because there's a lot of shoe companies. Critics believe we have no or one for one has no use. Compares are copying one for one like Skechers, and apparently we are hurting local economies. So issues that we have is we have to do our part with COVID-19. Critics are trying to win a reputation. retail stores are limited and we can provide to more states potentially. And we hurt local, also we hurt local organizations. So the cause behind everything is COVID-19 is obviously the cause of everything right now in today's world. The criticism, what causes because they think one for one is pointless. We should be helping people get jobs instead of shoes. And for retail stores, we only have 6 states that have retail stores in the United States, and we only help 38 states. And for when we hurt local economies, we are giving the kids shoes, obviously, but we aren't helping the adults because they want us to help. They want us to provide work for the adults because they provide for the kids. And so what we recommend is for everything is we do one for one plus we donate $1 to help with COVID-19. Show the bigger picture that critics are missing. We have to focus on giving more in shoes and expanding, and we need to work out or help out the local organizations that we have heard. So for our first recommendation for the one for one donate $1 to COVID-19, first we need to get approval from the financial department and the CEO to put aside money for the future, for so we can donate, because we won't have money in advance to donate instead of getting money and losing money. And our inventory clerk and financial department have to calculate how much shoes we sold, so we know how much we can donate when we want to donate, like each week or like bi-weekly. Then we would donate to the World Health Organization to help provide like medication, like help them figure out a way to cure COVID-19. And for the next one, the recommendation to show critics the picture that they're missing is that we would have to show monthly reports with explanation on how we made an impact in a kid's life. We can't let them get to us mentally because that's what critics want in the end, so that they know that if we get mad, they're getting a leverage on us. And we need to find people who we've helped out in the past and have them tell the story to the critics so they understand what the game changer was for them with these shoes, why these shoes were so important, it changed a lot, why it changed our lives. The next recommendation, also we have to expand on giving shoes in more states. As you can see in the bottom picture, all the highlighted states are the ones that we give shoes. So we don't give shoes to like North Carolina and Pennsylvania, and our location, we only have 6. Like I said earlier, we only have 6 locations in 6 states that we have retail stores. So we need to research which state would be the best place to locate with a new retail store. And then preferably we want to open it up in the East Coast because the only East Coast location that we have is up in New York. So if we would prefer to locate in Florida. And also we need to find organizations to help out that are in states we don't help out in, like I said earlier, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Idaho. And for the work we do with other organizations that we are hurting, we need help. We need to get in contact with Soul Rebels at Tilahoon with our CSR team, and we need to negotiate on how we can help each other and help out the community around us. Honestly, we should focus on helping out the whole family instead of the children, because the whole family, like the adults, they set up the future for the children. So that's why we need to focus on also adults in our company. So hopefully you guys take these recommendations into mind, and if you have any questions, email me and we can figure something out on how we can modify each recommendation and what we can do internally as employees to fix or improve production so we have more to give to the community instead of worrying about profits. Have a good day.